What's up, y'all? This is Reggie White, aka Bullet, aka Speed and Bullet, and this is the Speed and Bullet podcast channel. Don't forget to like if you like these types of videos and you want to see more of them. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing gives you the ability to be notified whenever we go live or whenever we drop any new material. Don't forget to comment. Let us know where you're commenting from, city, state, country. Let us know how you feel about these topics. Let us know if you agree or disagree with any of these things that we're talking about here on this channel. And don't forget to share this channel with anyone that you think might find some value in these conversations and might be interested in taking part in these types of talks. So what I want to talk about today real quick is Tiffany Haddish. Now, in case you don't know, Tiffany Haddish just recently or is still on a vacation tour of the state of Israel. Tiffany Haddish has some Jewish background. It's been reported by her that her father is Eritrean, which is a part of Ethiopia, and she is of Jewish descent. So she has discovered that and has discovered a lot of things about her background, her past, her family lineage that is Jewish based. So she's decided that she's going to be taking a trip, a vacation, more like a promotional tour to the state of Israel. So there are some interesting conversations that have happened and started because of this trip by Tiffany Haddish. And one of the things that she said personally is that she wanted to go to Israel so she could see things for herself, so she could see things with her own eyes. She also made some comments about going there to find a husband or something of that degree, probably just in jest, but you never know. Those types of things do happen. So, how do you guys feel about Tiffany Haddish going to Israel during this particular time period? Now, we all know that Israel is in a conflict with Gaza, with Hamas, and not really a conflict, more like just an absolute brutal genocide, absolute brutal destruction of the Palestinian people of Gaza, with no regard for human life at all. Upwards of 31,000 Palestinians have been killed, mostly women and children, which just tells you just how indiscriminate the killing has been. The displacement of people from northern Gaza to southern Gaza, just has been just a humanitarian nightmare and disaster that doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. Now, Tiffany Haddish, with her Jewish background, it's natural that she would want to go and experience some of the things that these quote unquote religious homelands has to offer, just in terms of like the pilgrimage of people to these historical religious areas. So no, nothing different than anyone taking a pilgrimage to any type of religious place in the world, and even Israel. However, her making this trip during this time is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. First and foremost, because Israel is in a conflict, a war. So I'm not really sure how productive her visit can be, especially for us. And I don't even know if I can count her as a part of the us in this conversation, but us who think that war is terrible and war is bad, and there should be some type of ceasefire. There should be some type of actual care for what happens to the people in Palestine, not only now but in the future. And her going over to Israel during this time period, really kind of gives cover to what is actually going on. And what's interesting is her visit to Israel is being promoted on the Israeli government's website. Very, very interesting. I mean, Tiffany Haddish is she's a famous American comedian. She's funny. She's had a lot of projects. So she's not just a nobody. obviously, but to promote her on the government's website as someone that is coming here for a visit in the midst of a war. And on the website, you'll see, all of these mentions of things that have to do with war and politics and government, things of that nature. And then, boom, there's Tiffany Haddish. Very, very interesting that they would actually promote her visit on the government's website. And what does that look like, and what does that mean? The first thing that looks like is that Tiffany Haddish is being used as a propaganda piece of material to be able to say, look, especially look, black people, Israel isn't that bad. Israel is accepting. Israel is the type of country that will invite these types of celebrities and these types of people to the country to be able to see all of the great, beautiful, and pretty things that the country has to offer. And it's not unusual for the state of Israel and Zionists that support the state of Israel to send black people, African Americans, to Israel to be able to give them a perspective on life in Israel. So moving forward in their lives, they can be supporters of Israel. So that's not something that's unusual. But what is unusual is someone of Tiffany Haddish's magnitude to be advertised by the government in an effort to kind of normalize what's going on in Israel, but to normalize traveling to Israel in the midst of what's going on. Now, Tiffany Haddish being someone who is of African, North African, Ethiopian, Eritrean background, she should be visiting some of the places that are kind of important to that particular background, but also the struggle of those people in Israel has been well documented. That the African Jews are looked upon as lower than those other Jews that are in Israel. There is a caste system in Israel where those black Jews are not fully recognized, and there's a lot of discrimination. And those are the parts of the trip that is not going to be shown to her. What's going to be shown to her is the pretty parts, the parts that make it look like the perfect place, and being able to really push the propaganda that Israel is just a country that is defending itself, and is this tiny country that's just being picked on and bullied, and all they're doing is retaliating against what's being done to them. However, anyone with, in my opinion, a pair of unbiased eyeballs can see that is not the case, that Israel has been the aggressor in that particular region for 60 plus years, specifically aimed at Palestine and aimed at oppressing the Palestinians, even those who have some type of rights within Israel. Their rights aren't as full as other Israeli citizens. So this, in my opinion, this trip is something that appears to be just a propaganda tool to use Tiffany Haddish's probably desire to learn about her heritage and to get some experience within Israel. I just think the timing of it absolutely makes it look like she's just being used as a pawn, as a prop, to be able to make Israel appear to be normal, appear to have normal relations, appear to not be as oppressive as most people have determined that Israel is. So, question that I have for you guys is, how do you feel about Tiffany Haddish's trip to Israel? Now, I know some people are going to be like, they don't care, whatever. But for those who are actually following what's going on in the world, in the world news, her trip to Israel is very significant. So how do you feel about her trip there? How do you feel about her being welcomed by the Israeli government and shown around, through the government, different places within Israel, but obviously not being shown a lot of the places within Gaza that is the subject of a lot of controversy. Not being shown what's happening in the West Bank, which is also a point of contention and a point of controversy that doesn't get the attention and the type of reporting that it should. So, I mean, do you feel like Tiffany Haddish is being used as a pawn? Do you feel like she's being used as a prop to be able to normalize what's going on in Israel? I'm very curious to see what you guys think, how you guys feel about her, and how you guys are kind of settling this whole thing with Israel and Gaza, but also how Black people, our people, how we should interpret this conflict, how who we should support, how we should offer this support, and in a way, how Tiffany Haddish is offering her support to the Israeli government, just by taking part in this type of pilgrimage at this particular time. So I just want to make a quick video just about her trip, to start a conversation and a dialogue just about how celebrities, a lot of times Black celebrities, can be used in order to push a specific political agenda, a political position. And I don't think Tiffany Haddish is any different. I don't think that she has thought this through and has really come to understand what all of this means and the implications of being a guest of the Israeli government during this particular time period. So let me know what you guys think. If you like this type of video, don't hesitate to like. Keeps us going, keeps everyone interested in the channel, lets everyone know that you guys are appreciating this type of content. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing gives you an opportunity to be notified whenever we go online, whenever we drop any new material. Don't hesitate to comment. Want to know what you guys feel, how you guys feel about these particular topics, how you feel about these particular conversations. And last, don't forget to share these, share this channel, share these videos, share this with people who want to be a part of the conversation, who may find some value in these types of conversations. So until next time, I will leave you guys with it. Peace.